here in the north. This is the land of Vikings. And with the Yallar horn bellowing throughout US Bank Stadium, a Nordic nation of 70,000 strong rises up with a cry of Skål to usher two teams into battle. Will Reichert has it all teed up, and we're off from US Bank Stadium. D.S. Griggs to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. And they'll be brought up by someone who's got a big arm, Brock, but he can really run it too, Malik Willis.
We really do marvel at the way he can wiggle himself out of tough situations, almost like a wizard out there. Sure, some are probably of his own doing as he loves to extend play.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
It's pretty obvious why you go pass on that first snap. You're trying for a big strike and to take this home crowd out of it. But, Kate, here's the problem. All it did was energize this building. Listen to it. Listen to these fans as they get louder starting off with a sack.
Defense coming out swinging as they try backing them up further here. It's second and long. Willis to throw it. Here's a screen for Achane. He dodged the tackle, and he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Willis now, third down. Complete beyond the marker. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Dolphins.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Sometimes it's not about flash and sizzle, Kate. Sometimes it's about old school football. Give your fullback the ball, and he's going to go get you a couple yards.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Motioning the tight end now. Throwing the out route complete. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun. It's Willis. He's throwing deep to the left side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long.
Trying for it, it's Achane. That'll be the first and more. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So 21 yards and the first. What a call to go for it there on 4.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Staying on the ground here with Achane. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A-Chan again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up. All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. We're back for the second quarter. Dolphins in a real good spot to score. Putting the tight end in motion. Third and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
That's another Dolphins first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A-Chan has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. He gets it again. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. Third down.
1 yard on the play.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on fourth and goal. They weren't particularly interested in disguising that call, Brock. The defense knew it was coming, and they make the stop.
Yeah, even against a prepared defense, you still expect to at least get a yard, get that surge, get that push. We've been so used to seeing it. That's a real tip of the cap to the defense to get that stop.
All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. And the shotgun, they'll give it to A-Chan. And he's in for the touchdown. The Dolphins get the game's first points here in the second. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. All right, so we're already into the second quarter. Did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect one for one.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Gonzalez on to kick this one away. On the return, here's Miles Price. This makes it up to the 25. Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Mason trying left side. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing third down to begin this ball game. Now, not much scoring to this point since we've reached our 2-minute warning. Sit tight, more coming your way from US Bank Stadium after this. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. It's on target to Moore. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Here's Murray, 1st and 10. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now Murray. Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Throwing on 1st down. Here's Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
At the 26-yard line.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Murray setting up to throw. Running a screen now for Jones. Small gain down to the 23. Stopped by Chop Robinson.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This from 40 on the right hash.
40-yard attempt.
Reichert connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
We'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
They've got a man in motion.
35-yard line.
Back to throw it. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. This one away. On the return, here's Price. Showing a little burst so far. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. Minnesota all set to go for its 2nd drive. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Connects on the crosser. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
And 10 at the 39-yard line.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's gonna keep it this time. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And Murray hits the ground safely, picking up the first down on that run.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Mason will try this one up the gut. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
From the gun, it's Murray. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Murray on third down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're staring at a fourth down now after that sack.
Hey, that's not an easy thing to do, Kate. Not against quarterbacks and the red zone offenses in this league, but what a tremendous effort to not only get the stop, but to end it with gusto and a sack.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on fourth down. Will Reichert headed out. This a 39-yarder. Reichert connects there. And they're able to convert despite that errant snap.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Eskridge on the return. The Miami offense sent it out there now. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough, and offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up, and maybe more importantly, sharpen it.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Willis to the air. Finds his back. H.A. Escapes the defender. Reaches the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
And the Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. The play fake, now Willis to throw. Cut out left. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
2nd down now, they need 7. They go play action. Here's Willis. Completed to his running back. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's got him that first down as he hits the deck safely. They're going to be looking at first and goal.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Dolphins first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Trying to run it in. Achane. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Another chance at it on second and goal, still from the 5. Inside handoff goes to Madison. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got third and goal. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. He's back to throw. And they take this in for the score. The Dolphins grow the lead to 7.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can stand to play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins grow their lead to 8.
14, Vikings 6.
Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. On the return, here's Price. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they got to get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a 2-point try. Starting out trips right here, 1st and 10. Working now from the gun. Taken in by Addison, left side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings trail by 8. Just a yard left to go on second down. Putting a receiver in motion. Play action now, Murray. Finds him on the crossing route. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
They've got first down here from the 36. Here he is to throw. To the right, hold in by Jefferson. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and the Vikings are going to have a first down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Looking with fullback now. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock. Time out here. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Running right. Here's Mason. He's got it in the red zone. And he's taken to the ground after a nice push downfield.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Back to throw. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Down to their last breaths. And he gives them a shot now to force overtime. So there's part one, Brock. They get the touchdown that they desperately needed. Now you'd imagine comes a try for two.
You know, Kate, this might be just as tough as that touchdown. I know they work all week on their two-point plays, but they're hard to execute. That being said, if they want to force overtime, this is a must.
They knew what they had to do. First the touchdown. Now a two-point try to tie it.
The Vikings will line up for the
They're going to try and run for it. And he's in for the two-point conversion. And near the tail end of this game, we are all tied up. Crisis averted, Brock. They got the two and the tie, for now at least. It looks like they have staved off the L and forced themselves overtime.
Yeah, those two critical words you just said right there, for now, like for right now. But there's a lot more time on that clock than this defense would care to see. They got to step up. Offense just stepped up, so got the two-point conversion. Now defense, you got to respond to send this game to overtime.
Miami set to take over once again on offense. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. Setting up to pass. Throwing the out route complete. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they still have two available for them as we approach the end of this game.
And the Dolphins first down.
Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's first and 10. He'll look to throw it. Fits it through the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Miami calls it time disposal.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Shotgun snap now to Willis. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They send a man in motion. 2nd and 10. Here's Willis. Finds the football outside. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up here with Achane. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
A 29-yard attempt.
That one is good! And barring the unexpected, that's going to be your game winner.
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here.
At their own 35-yard line.
Murray here on first down. Trying to push deep downfield. It's intercepted! That will do it! Ifatu Melifonwu with the INT. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Looks like a design run here for Willis. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, your winners, as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.